Ferguson now at second. Rucker, the tying run at first. One out, bottom of the ninth. Wright State 8, Tennessee 5. Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre, and Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
Good Friday morning, guys. This is the Indy Kid. This is the Talkin VAWLS podcast coming at you. Just want to preview this LSU-Tennessee series coming up this weekend in the Super Regional with a shot to go to Omaha next week. Before I get into that, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe as well. That way you can get notifications on any new content we put out. And Boogie's been killing it, putting out a lot of content, put out 3 videos yesterday, a couple football videos, and then put one out regarding the block party that's going to take place in Lindsey Nelson or outside of Lindsey Nelson Stadium this week. And, lots of stuff this weekend. We're going to be live all weekend after the games. We'll be live tomorrow night. After the game, that'll be the two of us, and then we'll see how it goes Sunday and Monday. I'll definitely be with you Sunday and Monday if it goes that far. And it's just like last weekend. Things are going on and what have you, but we will most definitely have coverage on this network Saturday and Sunday, and if needed, Monday. But so let's get into it. Last time I was with you was last Sunday evening after Tennessee beat Liberty to get to the Super Regional. And a lot of us in the chat when we were going on, I think we were probably assuming it was going to be Oregon, as LSU had to beat Oregon twice at that point. And I think a lot of us assumed it was going to be Oregon. But look what the cat dragged in, so to speak. It's LSU coming back to town. And, man, it's going to be hostile. There's going to be blood boiling. There is going to be a lot of emotions going this weekend. And just want to kind of break down the series going back to when Tennessee and LSU played earlier in the year. They played from March 26th through March 28th. And, of course, Tennessee did sweep that series. Obviously, that's 2.5 months ago, and where are we at now? I do think LSU is playing better baseball now. Just looking over their schedule, they've won 3 of their last 4 series. Now, they were bounced early in the SEC tournament. They were beaten 3-0 by Gonzaga in the first game of the NCAA regional, and then they beat Central Connecticut State in 10 innings. And it's like after that, it woke them up as they beat Gonzaga 9-4, beat Oregon Sunday night 4-1, then come back again Monday night and beat them 9-8. So, hats off to them. They came back through it. I really didn't know if they were good enough to – I mean, they had the potential to do it, absolutely. And, of course, they did do it. But, hats off to them. They traveled out to Oregon and did that. But, I've seen a lot of posts. They're pretty confident, or at least their fans are this weekend. I'm going to break this series down and what I've seen with it. So, just going back to the games before. So, Tennessee beat on March 26th. Tennessee beat LSU 3-1. Just kind of breaking down the stats from that game. Chad Dallas went 7 innings, 5 hits, 111 strikeouts. And then Sean Hunley finished it. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs. LSU's ace is Landon Marceau. Okay, he's their guy. He's going to – I would be shocked if he's not on the mound tomorrow night. 2.44 ERA, 7-6 record, 112 strikeouts, and 99 2/3 innings pitched. And he's only given up 6 home runs on the year. So first time around, Marceau went 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. He had 9 strikeouts. So in that game, it was low scoring game, a good pitcher's duel right there. So that kind of set the weekend off. And then you get Saturday, which this game actually ended up going into Sunday because of rain delay. But Tennessee beat LSU 9-8 in 11 innings. This was the this was the Evan Russell 3 home run game, first 3 home run game for him, and Drew Gilbert walk-off. Drew Gilbert walk-off in the bottom of the 11th inning. Will Heflin started this one at 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks, and then Camden Sewell, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Redmond Walsh, 1 2/3 inning, 5 hits and 3 earned runs. And then Kirby Cannell, 2 2/3, no earned runs. And then Sean Hunley went 1/3 of an inning and got the win right there. Sean Hunley had a big weekend when LSU and Tennessee played the first time. And then LSU starter was Jaden Hill. So I'll kind of see where we're at with LSU starter. He went 4 innings, 5 hits, 6 earned runs there. But and then the last game, Luke Lipsius, walk-off base hit up the middle, diving LSU guy, did not make the play. Blade Tidwell at 5 2/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. Hunley finished at 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 Ks. He was the winner on that. LSU did out-hit Tennessee 9-6 in that game. It was a tough series. It was a very evenly matched series that weekend. At the time, Tennessee was 9th. LSU was ranked 14th. Now, I think for a little bit after that, both teams went opposite directions. And just looking over LSU stats and comparing with Tennessee, when I looked at Wright State last week, I was a lot more impressed with Wright State stats. Now, granted, Wright State was not playing in the SEC, whereas LSU was playing in the SEC. LSU's last series loss was against Arkansas. And let's see, that was back because they beat Texas A&M 2 out of 3. They beat Alabama 2 out of 3. Auburn 2 out of 3. Now, it's not a murderer's row of teams right there by any means, but they won the last 3 series. Arkansas took 2 out of 3 from them. They did take 2 out of 3 at Ole Miss back April 22nd through 24th. South Carolina took 2 out of 3 from them April 15th through 17th. So, again, they lost Georgia 4-1 in the SEC tournament right there. So LSU's definitely playing decent baseball. And their conference record was 13-17. So they came on later in the year. And, of course, they're playing better ball now. And, then, you never know sometimes. It's their coach is retiring. He's going out. Looks like there's a good possibility that Oregon State's old coach is going to take his place there. That seems to be the front runner. Now it's not a done deal or anything, but that's everything I'm reading. That seems to be who it possibly is going to be. But just breaking down LSU's lineup, they got 4 guys. Trey Morgan, 361 average, 5 home runs, 15 stolen bases, 40 RBIs. Dylan Cruz, 361, 16 home runs, 12 stolen bases, 40 RBIs. So evidently when he's getting on, other guys are not getting on. And that's you got Gavin Dugas, 302, 19 home runs, 66 RBIs, and Cade Doty, 301, 12 home runs, 54 RBIs. Team batting average is 274, respectable average there. But really, I feel in their lineup, after these 4, there's a drop-off with them. I just don't feel from 1 through 9 that LSU's lineup is near as good as Tennessee's right there. Now, those 4 guys, yeah, they're tough. Very good ball players. You can't let those 4 guys beat you right there. You've got to make the bottom of the work. So, you don't need to be hanging curveballs. You don't need to be just throwing it down the pipe for them to drill right there. And then pitching, Landon Marceau said it earlier, 2.44, 7-6 record. Now, here's looking at, I kind of tried to compare where they went with the regionals. Their last 2 games, they basically went bullpen games. Looked to me like they had guys that started through an inning. I know Marceau did close it out on Monday night. He ended up the last guy in. But their second pitcher was Mikael Hilliard, 4.56 ERA, 6-0 record, 47 Ks in 49 1/3 innings. He's given up 4 home runs. And then their number 3 starter, and I'm not sure if it's set that that's your 2-3. I'm pretty sure those 2 guys, from based on what I've seen, that's the order. That's the order they went in up in Oregon last week. Their number 3 guy was AJ Labus, 5.42 ERA, 4-2 record, 74 Ks and 83 1/3. Or I'm sorry, 83 innings pitched, 13 home runs given. Telling you, man, Marceau is their ace. I think it's by a long shot too. I think he's easily their best pitcher. This is a rotation they can hit. I feel Tennessee's got an advantage right here with it. I feel Tennessee has a big advantage with the rotation. I feel The one thing with Chad Dallas is giving up the home runs. He gives up a lot of home runs. If he can steer clear of the home runs, he's going to be good tomorrow night. He's going to be fine right there. I feel it'll be Dallas tomorrow night, Tidwell Sunday, and then if it gets to Monday, it'll be Will Heflin. The hope is Tennessee takes care of business. I honestly think Tennessee's a better team. Obviously, the rankings suggest it. The records suggest it. The seedings suggest it. And make no mistake about it, it's going to be a hostile environment. Yes, LSU has to have, I think it's 600 fans in there. Tennessee's going to have 3,400, probably a little more than that. And there'll be, and plus, what's outside the stadium. I would imagine there's going to be some noise outside the stadium as well. But everybody, if you're going to the game this weekend and you're in orange, bring it, guys. Bring it. Make sure, Evan Russell said, we don't mind being villains. And I agree with this because Tennessee is probably one of the most, if not the most mocked fan base in the conference. Win some games, it's, I hadn't won in years, talking big stuff. Or you don't win, you just get mocked and made fun of. So why not, man? At this point, we might as well take on the role as villains. For us to be such an irrelevant program, we sure are very polarizing. And I like it. I don't think we have a problem taking on the role of villains. We've had other fan bases come into the chat. We're not really we're not too worried about hurting feelings at this point. We need to be villains, we'll be villains. But, guys are celebrating. People don't like it. If you don't like it, don't give up. Don't hang a curveball. If you don't like it, don't throw one down the pipe. Okay? That's baseball for you. Have fun playing it. Enjoy it. Anybody had a problem with the Drew Gilbert walk-off, get a life, man. All right? These celebrate absolutely. That's a huge moment. That's a huge moment right there. And, some of the comments were just over the line. And, if you're making comments, you would do this, but you're gutless. You're an absolute gutless coward. You wouldn't do anything but run your mouth behind a computer. That's what you would do. And I'll say this as well. If LSU hits a bomb that puts them ahead and they celebrate, so be it. All right, so be it. That's college baseball. We saw it all weekend last week. Vanderbilt hit the grand slam. They celebrated. Arkansas, big home run in their game. I love it. I love the emotion. I love guys are having fun. Could it go over the top with celebrating? Yeah, it can. But, I didn't see teams getting too upset about it, wanting to fight or anything like that. It was just gutless people behind computers that get upset about it. If the shoe's on the other foot, the other teams are going to celebrate too. But I really want to see Tennessee take care of it because LSU's, again, their fans are confident. I don't see it, guys. Again, maybe there's some LSU voodoo going on with their coach hanging it up and this and that. But I just, when it boils down to it, would it surprise me if it went into Monday? No, it wouldn't. But I think if Tennessee's pitchers are on and, Chad Dallas didn't have his best stuff next weekend, I feel he will bounce back. And again, LSU's got some strong guys here. There's no doubt about it. They have some strong hitters. But they're not top to bottom the hitting team that Wright State was. They're just not, guys. That's just the way it is. And then, again, I looked at it last weekend. I'll look at it again this weekend. I looked at bullpen. Landon Fontenot, 2.94 ERA, 5 saves. Garrett Edwards, 2.95 ERA, 4 saves. That's 9 saves between two guys right there. If it comes down to it, can these guys handle it when they're in the pressure cooker, when they're in the frying pan, when the heat is on? If it comes down to it, can these guys handle it? Because we've seen it already. Tennessee is not afraid in that moment. Heck, LSU's, their coach said yesterday on a show, they're not going to be intimidated. No, they're not. And they've played in the SEC and stuff. But, I think they're probably undermining. That's going to be a rowdy Lindsey Nelson Stadium this weekend. It's going to be exciting. And again, we'll be at you all weekend with it. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll be live after each game. Make sure you just stay tuned anytime this weekend. Boogie, again, he's been dropping videos daily, if not numerous videos daily. My focus right now has kind of been baseball. There is some basketball news out there. Maybe we'll try to hit you with that early next week as well. But, this is the road to Omaha right here. This team, and if Tennessee wins this weekend, or when they win this weekend, they will face the winner of Virginia and Dallas Baptist. Interesting pairing right there, as neither of the one seeds in those two regionals advance, but Dallas Baptist can play. And I really think if Tennessee gets there, they'll see Dallas Baptist, not taking anything away from Virginia, but based on what I've seen, I think Dallas Baptist may be a little better team than Virginia. That's actually up the road here in Columbia. I'm debating going up and watching it tonight. Not sure on that just quite yet, but we'll see. But you guys enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your Friday. It's going to be a fun atmosphere this weekend in Knoxville. If you're able to get down just for the watch party, I'd definitely suggest going. If you're not, make sure you tune in with the game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, ESPN2. Sunday, that time's still up in the air. It could be noon or it could be 3 o'clock. It's either going to be ESPN2 or ESPNU, and then the same thing for Monday as well. I can't imagine Tennessee and LSU not being on ESPN2 those days, but we'll see. But once again, I still maintain last weekend when Drew Gilbert hit that bomb that still hasn't landed, that broke the curse of Tennessee athletics. I think this will be a much more relaxed team this weekend, and I think they'll come out of the gates ready to go. But you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you. We'll see you Saturday night. The VAWLS are ready to roll the Tigers.
The songs howl like we poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this inundated orb that we draw home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive. The